And we are starting to see some small promising signs during this coronavirus pandemic, but that does not mean that our current situation is going to change anytime soon.
We have a lot to get you caught up on this morning, and here is the latest. President Donald Trump is expected to announce the creation of our Opening the Country Council today. The team's goal will be to figure out how to reopen the country, starting with the economy. President Trump said he wanted to have the country back on its feet by Easter. May not have met that timeline, but the president says we're close to getting there.
We will soon finalize new and very important guidelines to give governors the information they need to start safely opening their states.
The president is aiming for a partial reopening of the country by the end of this month. In Union County today, volunteers plan to feed more than 1,000 people. A mobile food pantry will be set up in a parking lot at 1001 Winchester Avenue in Monroe from 9:30 until 11:30 this morning. It's right across the street from the Bazemore Center. Volunteers will be loading food into families' cars, but each one will be wearing gloves and will have their temperature checked before they begin working. Also, new COVID-19 testing locations are coming to predominantly African-American areas of Charlotte. These are areas that haven't had testing locations close by since the outbreak began. Healthcare workers from Novant and Atrium Health will conduct those tests. More testing sites in these communities is huge, especially as we've been learning African-Americans are disproportionately affected by the virus.
Yeah, reporter Gina Esposito is live for us in Northeast Charlotte. And Gina, it took a major effort for the county to get those testing locations out there.
Yeah, Reverend Ricky Woods has really led the charge. He's been calling for more testing sites in areas where African Americans live. His voice has been heard. Atrium Health opening up a mobile site right here off North Park. This is off Eastway Drive. Other sites will be opening in Charlotte as well. This all started after Woods delivered a letter to the county manager asking for more mobile testing. The county responded and says those new sites will open today and tomorrow. Atrium Health plans to open another mobile testing site at First Baptist Church West. Novant Health will have testing locations in East and West Charlotte. The Michael Jordan Family Clinic on Freedom Drive will also be doing respiratory assessment. This comes as new numbers show 50% of all coronavirus patients in Mecklenburg County are African American. Reverend Woods says this is a big reason why he's been advocating for more testing sites.
I've been advocating this from even before we had our first case. So I'm a little disappointed that it has taken almost a month to get this done.
Now, Reverend Woods says there's definitely more that can be done, including a well thought out communication plan so more information can get out there. Back to you.
All right, Gina, that is so critical during this time. Thank you so much for that report. And Rock Hill Affinity Health Center is offering curbside testing. It will be open Monday through Friday at its Lakeshore Parkway location, but only by appointment. Insurance will be billed, but testing will be free for anybody without insurance. We've created an entire list of COVID-19 testing locations for you on our WSOC TV News app. It's free to download, and you can find that list under the Tracking Coronavirus tab.
And last night, Charlotte City Council got an idea of just how much the city stands to lose during the coronavirus pandemic. Because we are losing so much money from tourism losses, the city manager predicts that Charlotte will fall more than $13 million short in revenue this year. He says the city will have to eliminate vacant positions, offer no new city programs, and review total spending. The city has $116 million in reserves, but leaders can't dip into it without a plan to replenish that money.
The way to replenish a fund balance reserve is to usually cut staff so that because that's where all of your money is.
Charlotte City Manager Marcus Jones doesn't think that things financially will return to normal until next April of 2021. And North Carolina now has more than 4,800 coronavirus cases. That is 300 more than what we reported yesterday. 86 people have died in the state. And focusing in on Mecklenburg County, there are 970 cases here. That is an increase of 16 cases the day before. And the number of cases in North Carolina is still increasing, but at a slower pace, and that is good news. In Mecklenburg County, the majority of people who get the virus are recovering. The latest numbers showed that 53% of those infected had already recovered. And in South Carolina, there are now more than 3,400 cases and 87 people have died in the state. York County has the most. They're at 134, and they have also reported 3 deaths. Lancaster County has 65 cases, Chesterfield County is at 22 cases, and Chester County is at 19.
South Korea will send a shipment of test kits to the U.S. today. An official from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says 2 Korean companies produced the kits, but it's not clear how many will be in that shipment. South Korea's ability to test a lot of people in a short amount of time played a key role in its ability to fight the spread of the virus. Local colleges are also stepping in to help stop the spread. So far, Central Piedmont Community College has donated more than 30,000 pairs of gloves and hundreds of N95 masks to area hospitals. UNC Charlotte School of Nursing and Engineering labs donated items like gowns, gloves, and hand sanitizer. They've also created a list of equipment that they could lend to local hospitals if needed.
Hearing this depicted as a war, it takes a very well-equipped army to fight a war, and so this is just our attempt to help make sure they have the armaments that they need.
Those supplies went to our largest hospital groups, Atrium and Novant Health. The House of Representatives isn't expected to reconvene before May 4th. Representatives previously hoped to return to Washington as soon as April 20th. Many are now expressing reluctance to travel from their home districts amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Congress can pass measures remotely through a process called unanimous consent or voice voting. Leaders are currently at odds on the White House's request for $251 billion for a small business loan program.
A recent picture of a growing family is now capturing hearts and inspiring some to give. Local photographer Allison Reynolds captured this photo and, well, she shared it in a post on Facebook. Her friends, a husband and wife who had just lost their job, welcomed a new baby while cut off from the world. Well, the offers to help, they came in quickly from friends and even strangers who started purchasing items from their baby registry. Well, now the 2 friends, both moms, are paying it forward.
We've seen a huge outpouring of people who are struggling to feed their families. So I think what we're actually going to do is switch out that link and get some needed items for them.
And the mom in that photo told us that she and her baby boy are both doing well. Congratulations to that family. We've also told you that Mecklenburg County is now turning to influencers to help spread awareness among younger people. Well, now we're starting to see them show up.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh coming at you with a message.
That's right, Novant Health is now partnering with beatboxing legend Dougie Fresh and Grammy Award-winning artist Anthony Hamilton to help spread important messaging on coronavirus. The songs cover everything from hand hygiene to face masks. And a woman is using the gift of music to make an impact at long-term care facilities.
Jenna Newman has been singing at retirement homes and assisted living facilities since she was a freshman at Charlotte Catholic. Well, now she lives in Orlando, Florida, and is still making the days brighter for residents through her videos on YouTube.
One of the men at the nursing home one day after I was singing, and he just came up to me and said, "Gosh, it's really awesome that you're sharing your gift because music is just like medicine you can't buy." And that just stuck with me.
Jenna says her goal with the music videos is to reach every state in the country.